Hello and welcome everyone to South Kitsap High School. We're happy you could join us here for the very first home game of the season for the Wolves. Tonight, South Kitsap takes on the Mountain View Thunder. I'm Jackson Eaton, a senior here at South, and I'll be your announcer this evening. Mike Downham, our video production instructor, will be joining me in a few minutes. We got a preview of the Wolves game plan last Monday at Quest Field against Mercer Island. The display showed a strong offensive strategy, but raised some questions about the Wolves' defense, which gave up 290 yards and 5 touchdowns. Hopefully they were able to analyze the problems and eliminate them in time for tonight's game. As you can see, the sun is beginning to set as we prepare for the opening kickoff. The Wolves will receive. Here comes the kickoff. Goes deep back to the 5-yard line. It's received by number 13, Corey Dame.
Corey Dame returning now across the 30. On the tackle for Mountain View, Dennis Kelly.
It's a beautiful night here tonight. A brisk September evening as the sun drops below the school. The grass is green but worn in front of the end zone, which is hopefully a good sign of things to come for the Wolves. First play of the game, the 21 is making a run along the outside. Passes the 50-yard line and gets tackled out of bounds. That run was made by number 21, Cedric Carter. As anyone who watched the Wolves football game last year knows, they have a lot to live up to after 2 wins and 8 losses last year. Their first losing season since 1977. Ooh, incomplete pass. Ooh, and Kyle Pease made the handoff, but we didn't manage to gain any yards from that play.
Michael Pilkovac, the ball carrier, he stopped for no gain by Will Black.
Hello, Jax.
Hello, Mike.
So first possession for the Wolves here this evening. Looks like it's 3rd and 12.
Long pass. Oh, it's complete.
Nice play action there. Could you tell who the receiver there was?
No, I missed the number.
So the Wolves are driving early in the first quarter here. Only about 1 minute and 20 seconds off the clock so far, and they're already deep in the Thunder's territory.
It's first down on the 19-yard line.
Hit hard at the line of scrimmage by the Thunder. That running play didn't pick up very much there.
In fact, it looks like we may have actually lost a yard on that one.
Quarterback for the Wolves tonight is Kyle Pease. He's a 5'7" senior, 160 pounds.
Sometimes criticized for being too short to see over the line of scrimmage. Nevertheless, he has a good arm and has proved himself many times in the past.
Sweep left. Corey Dame stopped short of the line of scrimmage. Beautiful night for football here at South Kitsap. Weather forecast anticipated that there might be some showers this evening, but looks pretty clear so far, and I know the video crew is happy about that. Makes their job a lot harder when they have to deal with rain.
We can see the fans are appreciative too as the stands fill up tonight.
I think a lot of people might have been confused about the start time this evening. Saturday night is not the normal evening for a football game here at South. So I think a lot of people thought that it would start at 7 o'clock. It was actually 6. And so people are still continuing to come running into the stadium. Looks like a pretty good crowd. Looking at second down and about 6 yards. Quarterback piece under center. Hard fought yards there. Running back is, and I know I'm going to slaughter the last name, Michael Polrabic. How was that, Jason? We're not sure. Sorry about that. Hard fought yards, third down and about 4, I believe.
So far, the Wolves' offense is proving to be very successful. Repeat of Monday's game.
Big third down. Not sure what happened there. Intended receiver, looked to be Corey Hawkins, was out in the flat. Looked like he may have stumbled, may have gotten held up there just a little bit, and the throw was wide right. Fourth down, and it looks like the Wolves are going to go for it.
Hopefully they can make those last 4 yards.
Fourth down and about 3.5 would be a good guess, I think. And it's an action pass.
Beautiful pass.
And a
Touchdown.
Number 28, Tony Larson. Awesome play.
And so, just a few minutes into the first quarter, the Wolves have made their first touchdown of the game.
Beautiful play action pass right out on the flat. Tony Larson grabs it, scurries for a few more yards and into the end zone. And Wolves are quickly up 6-0.
Setting up for the extra kick.
And it is good. And with 8:37 left, whoa, that cannon is loud. With 8:37 left in the first quarter, the Wolves are up 7-0.
As the band and the cheerleaders do their traditional touchdown performance.
And the Wolves get ready to kick off. That was an impressive drive to start the first quarter here. But I think while there's a lot of excitement on the sideline, I think we're all anxious to see the Wolves defense take the field and see how they do in stopping the Thunder this evening.
Right, you are. We're all hoping that we don't have a repeat of Monday night's game against Mercer Island.
And the Thunder is stacked up at about their own 28-yard line, and they'll take over on downs. The celebration on the sideline here following that touchdown, we saw the SK Band. It's great to see the SK Band out tonight in full force. School has been underway only about 3 days here at South, and yet here's the band out here in full attire, and they'll be performing at halftime, I understand. Gary Graham's doing a great job with the SK Band.
Yes, he is, and it really shows how much they have to practice and how much time you really do have to put in.
And there's a flag on the field, and I'm not sure what transpired. What do you think that was, Jackson? Was that offside, or not offsides? Too much time?
I'm not sure. I wasn't paying close enough attention, but
Maybe a man in motion there, but a five-yard penalty.
Which can only serve to help the defense.
Might have been an illegal procedure. That was a pretty interesting offensive play. They had an awful lot of activity going on in the backfield. Even as I was standing here watching it, I wasn't sure who had the ball. A lot of fakes, a lot of motion in the backfield, and the Thunder pulls off a first down.
Recovered from that penalty very fast.
Toss out in the flat, picks up a few yards. But the Wolves converge on them quickly. So how was the first week of school, Jackson?
First week was excellent. Classes are great. A lot of fun to be a senior.
Pretty exciting time to be a senior.
Yes. As many of you know, we had almost 1,000 new sophomores coming in this year.
I think it's the largest class that we've ever had. Second down and 3, and the Wolves stack them up.
Pushing them back a few yards.
A lot of Wolves in on the play. Hard to figure out exactly who was first on the tackle.
Definitely a solid tackle, though.
So the first week of school at South Kitsap High School, and I believe the official count for students was around 2,600. And as Jackson said, I believe about 1,000 students in that sophomore class. It's a little crowded around here.
Very difficult to move through the halls. Sometimes you wish you had football pads.
Third and about half a yard for the Thunder. Still early in the first quarter. And they pick up the first down. Wide right, picks up good yardage for the Thunder. Quarterback for the Thunder this evening is Cody Sir, I believe is how you pronounce his last name. He's a senior. Lists him in the program as 6'5". He's a big guy. 6'5", 185 pounds. Formidable quarterback.
Wonder how much advantage that really gives them.
And another run right up the middle, and the
Ooh, cuts right.
32 breaks free.
Pushed out of bounds.
It's Kalen Thomason, running back for the Thunder. Pretty good size hole for him up in the middle of the interior line, and he breaks right for another first down for Mountain View.
They're moving slowly but steadily downfield.
Play action pass.
Long pass.
And through the hands of the receiver. It was
intercepted.
close to a completion, but through the hands of the intended receiver. It will be 2nd and 10. And the Wolves stop them at the line of scrimmage. Another good defensive stand by South. Looks like may have even lost a yard on the play.
That's the kind of thing the fans want to see to quell the rumors of the donut defense they were seen to be employed in the last game.
Oh, the donut defense. What
Yeah.
would that be, Jackson?
Well, the donut defense is what some people say a big hole right in the middle of the line.
Right in the middle. Well, on that particular play, I don't think they were using the donut defense, although they did pick up a couple of yards. It's 3rd down and about 8. This is a huge play, I think you could say, for South at this particular moment. And they stopped them. Nice job by South. Looks like number 15 was first on the tackle, Ryan Cosgrove. Picked up a couple of yards, but it's 4th and about 5. And it looks like the Thunder will make a field goal attempt at this point. That was a huge defensive stop there.
Very good. Stop them from getting to the end zone. Now they have the potential of getting 3 points rather than 7. It's up.
And the kick is up, and
It's good.
it is good.
Making the score 7-3 Wolves with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first quarter.
So I would think the South coaches would have to be feeling some satisfaction that they managed to keep the Thunder out of the end zone on this particular drive. Obviously, I think for a lot of the fans, the defense is under the microscope tonight to see how they do in holding the Thunder.
So far, it looks like they've been quite successful. They didn't manage to keep the Thunder scoreless, but they did keep them down to 3. Which will make a big difference later in the game.
I think when people talk about some questions about the defense against Mercer Island last weekend, what we really don't know is what kind of a team does Mercer Island have? How strong is their offense? Maybe they're a real powerhouse. So it remains to be seen, I think, really what the status is on defense for the Wolves. But so far, so good. That looked good. That they bent as the Thunder drove down the field, but they kept them out of the end zone and only gave up 3 points. So things are looking optimistic here. 7-3, the Wolves lead. 3:36 left in the first quarter.
Kickoff goes back.
Corey Dame with the return.
Switching to the right side. It's going. Oh.
Short burst of speed, but ran right into the chest of a very broad Thunder defensive player there.
You only need 4 players of that size to make a dozen.
Kyle Pease brings his offense back out on the field. And they take over at about their own 28-yard line. Great run up the middle. Number 23, Michael, I always have trouble with his name, Polkarabic. What do you think? I'll let you take that name from now on, Jackson.
Yeah. Hopefully we have reason to say his name more and more.
I hope that would be fine. I'll keep struggling with it all night, but that was an excellent run up the middle. Second burst of speed. Second, about 3.
Long pass
And
just over the head.
Over
of
the
receiver.
head.
That was number
Of
19.
Jesse Galligan. Play action into the middle of the line. Third and 3. And that looks like a first down for South. That's number 41, Stephen Tucker. And the Wolves have clicked off a first down.
Hopefully they'll be able to make it downfield and score again. Put the game a little further out of reach for the Thunder. Long pass.
And it's in and out of the hands of Cedric Carter. Great toss there by Kyle Pease. Lofted it pretty much right where it ought to be, but got away.
Got to be rough to be a receiver in that situation.
You know, it's possible he might have been fighting the sun off in this field. As the sun drops, we've got the deep shadow, but we still have some areas where the sun is really intense, and that was right over in the area of where the separation between the sun and shade is at. May have gotten a little sun in his eyes there.
Yeah, presents difficulties for both the cameraman and the players.
Yes, it is.
Hopefully by this time in the second quarter, the sun will be gone and be able to eliminate problems arising from that.
And it looks like the Thunder was offside. Were they drawn? I don't think so.
Referees are going out to confer.
Oh, apparently the Wolf jumped and pulled him off. 5-yard penalty. It'll be 2nd and 15.
Pass complete. Just out of bounds, just past the 50-yard line.
Looks like Ryan Cosgrove. No, maybe not. How about Jesse Galligan was the receiver on that play. Excellent fake and pass by Mr. Pease. And the Wolves are looking at a 3rd and 2 situation right at midfield. 2:11 left in the first quarter. Tough run up the middle. Did they get it? I don't know. Looks like they got a pretty good shot at it. Ball carrier was Stephen Tucker. Looked like they threw all 3 of their backs into the middle, and there's a Thunder player down in the middle of that heap.
Looks like he's in some pain. Getting up. They have the athletic medicine trainer there to help.
Like to mention that the coaches for this South Kitsap team, of course, everyone knows head coach DJ Sigurdsson does such an excellent job with these young athletes. His assistants are Eric Canton, Joey Dame, Jim Fairweather, Ron Ness, Kevin Harrington, Dustin Booth, and Ed Pearson are the coaching assistants. Do an excellent job with this team, and we certainly wish them the best of luck as they go through the season. This, of course, their first home game of 2005.
We'll run up the middle.
And he might break it away, but not quite. Stephen Tucker nearly breaks it free. Just kind of got tangled up with the safety there as he almost sprinted by. And I'm thinking that's almost about a 25, 27-yard gain.
First and 10 for the Wolves here. Minute and 40 on the clock.
He almost outran that whole secondary, didn't he, Jackson?
Yeah, for a moment I thought he was going to break away.
Officials stopped the action here for a second. Looks like we're having a conversation with South Center for some reason.
Whatever the problem was, it was solved. Play about to start.
Nice, excellent second effort there from Stephen Tucker. Picks up an extra yard or two.
Good rush straight up the middle.
Second and about 6. The Wolves are grinding it out tonight.
Yeah, football is a game of inches, and that's how some teams move the ball.
Of course, that 27-yard run helped. That quite a few inches involved there, but that certainly moved them in good position here. Once again, threatening. First quarter is just about to wrap up. It looks like we'll get one more playoff before the end of the first quarter.
40 seconds left. Up the middle again. Oh no, it was a fake.
And that play didn't go anywhere. Kyle Pease pulled down. I'm thinking the Thunder had the receivers covered up pretty well there. Mr. Pease couldn't find anyone to unload the ball to and tried to do a little scramble and gets drilled.
Ended up actually getting pushed back. It's now 3rd and 14.
For some reason, they brought the ball up to the original line of scrimmage. That's the end of the first quarter.
Everyone gets a well-deserved break. Defensive line for Thunder going over to consult.
Wolves up 7-3. So far, so good for the Wolves tonight. And again, it's a beautiful night here in South Kitsap. Skies are clear. Temperature's probably around 60 degrees.
Not as cold as some of the games they'll play later in October.
So I think this is an excellent opportunity to talk about the video production program at South Kitsap High School and the new development between Wave Cable and the school district and SKTV. This is a partnership between your local cable company, Wave Cable. We're on digital cable channel 205. This was a channel that was inaugurated last June, I believe it was, and has been on throughout the summer 24/7.
24/7 is right. Replaying talent shows and other past events.
This particular football game that you're watching is being videotaped on Saturday night, September 10th. However, as soon as this game is over, we'll be putting it on SKTV, and it will be available for the community to view over the weekend and off and on during the course of the week ahead. So SKTV, we'll tell you more about it as the evening goes on, but now back to the action. Start of the second quarter, and the Wolves are looking at a 3rd and 3. And did he make it? It looks like he picked up a couple of yards, but it's a long way down there from our vantage point. Hard to say what happened.
Very difficult.
According to the scoreboard, they got a 1st and 10, and there's a Wolf down on the field. Can't make out its number.
Always a worrying time before the player gets up.
SK trainers out there. I mentioned the coaches the last time we had a little break in the action. Patrick Olson is the primary trainer for the athletic department here, and he also, of course, teaches athletic medicine here in the high school. He's joined by, I believe, a new teacher in that program this year, Tiffany Vanderveen. And according to our program, the student trainers tonight are Nikki Fearman, Maggie Schaefer, and Alexis Wright. And they're helping number 65 off the field. I believe that's Carl Welch. A little shaken up on the play, but he's walking under his own power.
Good sign.
Patrick Olson walking with him in the white shirt. That's actually 55, excuse me. Kenny Cook. And we hope he's okay. No, wait, check that. It's 65. Director just corrected me. That would indeed be Carl Welch. I'm working on my numbers, folks. 1st and 10. Looks like the Wolves might have picked up a little bit. So the program that you're watching tonight is completely in the hands of South Kitsap High School students, camera operators, directors, graphics, audio, announcer. We hope you're enjoying the game. So far, so good for the Wolves, up 7-3.
You know, I was once considering playing football myself, but I have an intestinal problem. No guts.
Did you ever play football, Jackson?
No, I never did.
Never did play football. But you have an appreciation for the game.
Absolutely. Great risk, great personal risk of injury out there, but also a lot of potential for success.
It is a hazardous game, as are many athletic endeavors.
The average playing career of a NFL running back is only 2 years, to give you an idea of just how dangerous it can be.
You have to have a fairly high threshold for pain to play football. There's no question about that. They continue to work on Carl Welsh on the sideline. Got him on the trainer's table. Hopefully it's nothing more than a strain.
It'd be too bad to put in all that training and then have to be out for the season, second game.
He's a junior, though, so
with any luck,
he's got some more opportunities to play for the Wolves.
Sweeping
Cuts
wide.
to the outside. And again, not much. Chad Fowler carrying the ball. Looks like he actually lost a little ground. The Wolves are back to approximately 3rd and 10, it looks like. And that kind of hurt. Looks like that offensive line jumped off sides there. A little miscommunication on the count. And the Wolves will back it up another 5 yards. Third and 15.
Long pass.
Going for the end zone, and they do it. Great pass. And that's received by Monty Inyart.
Nice recovery by the Wolves offense.
That was a beautiful pass. We had a great angle on that from up here in the booth. Dropped it right in there. And the Wolves are up to 13-3.
We're all beginning to get a little worried there. Being so
They
close to the end zone.
They pulled that play out of their hat. Things weren't looking too good there after they had the penalty. Pull them back, 3rd and 15.
Especially since, in light of the Monday's game when we fumbled the ball 3 times, once right in the end zone. Luckily, we were able to recover it and score, but still.
And the extra point
Good.
is good. And the Wolves are up 14-3 with 10:23 left in the second quarter. And we leave it to the South Kitsap band and cheerleaders to celebrate.
Looking peppy as always.
See number 65 on the bench there. They've got his, looks like his left knee heavily wrapped and probably iced. Carl Welsh, who's an offensive player that went down on that last drive. Again, hopefully it's nothing serious. Quincy Lyman set to kick off the ball, if I read that number correctly. Quincy's a 5'7" sophomore. And a little squib kick into the middle of the field, but the Thunder is able to grab it. So Mountain View has pretty good field position here at about their own 45-yard line. 10:17 left in the second quarter.
Hopefully the Wolves will be able to maintain this lead. Going back to the Mercer Island game again, we were up by 2 touchdowns at one point in the game, but they still managed to come back. So hopefully overconfidence doesn't claim the defense.
Sweep action. Looks like they may have picked up a first down on the play.
First down.
And they did. Pretty good sized crowd turned out tonight, even from Mountain View for this game. Looks like there might be 75 people or so over there watching their Thunder play the Wolves. First down at the Wolves 48. And stuffed right in the middle. Looks like the play was made by Ryan Cosgrove for the Wolves.
Solid defensive play.
There was no donut defense going on there, Jackson.
That's right.
It's a rock wall. Second and 10. And another great defensive play by the Wolves. Ryan Cosgrove again, number 15, stacked that one up. Running back for the Thunder, tried to cut off the right tackle, but tried to cut back in, and Cosgrove was there to meet him.
Great anticipation and execution.
A little reverse action. And he may be gone, and yes, he is.
Touchdown Thunder.
A little double handoff in the backfield.
There's a flag down on the play, though.
Catches the Wolves looking. Flag downfield. I wonder if we have a clip. That run was by Casey Bennett for the Thunder. And it is a penalty on the Thunder. It looks like they're going to be bringing it back.
I'm sure the defense is breathing a sigh of relief on that one.
And it would appear that they downed the ball at the point of the infraction and then marched off what looked to be about a 10-yard penalty. So the touchdown will not count, but the Thunder will take over with a first down at the Wolves' 28-yard line. So a break for the Wolves.
Long pass. Intercepted.
And picked off.
By number 13, Corey
Dame. Quarterback for the Thunder is trying to put a little bit of a touch on that pass, and that touch turned out to be quite a little floating ball that Corey Dame was able to go up and grab. And if Corey hadn't grabbed it, it looked like there might have been another Wolf that was pretty close by that might have gotten the ball themselves.
Definitely an excellent play on behalf of the defense. Once again, they managed to keep the Thunder from getting a touchdown as they take over the ball on what looks to be the 6-yard line.
So the Wolves dodge a bullet.
Hopefully they'll be able to dodge it and sling it right back over.
They take over on their own 6-yard line. 8:26 left in the second quarter. Stephen Tucker was the ball carrier. Pickup of about 3. Let's give that 1. Pickup of 1 on the play. And that would have been a fumble, but it looks like South got back on it. Looked like the toss was good by the quarterback there, Kyle Pease. But the running back maybe took his eyes off the ball just for a second, and it bounced off his midsection. Managed to get back on it.
Luckily it was a recovery.
But it puts the Wolves back a little bit further. It's 3rd down on their own 4-yard line. Kind of dangerous territory to try to pass out of it, but they may try to do that.
Looks like the only option. If they can't make this play, they'll probably have to punt.
No, they're going to run it. Kylan Dorsey, the ball carrier. No, excuse me. Corey Dane, number 13.
4th down and 9 yards.
So the Wolves will have to punt deep in their own territory. And the Wolves will take a timeout. Want to make sure they don't mess up this punt so deep in their own territory. 6:33 left in the second quarter. In case you're not familiar with Mountain View is part of the Evergreen Public Schools in Vancouver, Washington. Evergreen is the largest school district in Southwest Washington. And according to the information I was giving, the Evergreen School District is the fastest growing large school district in the state. I believe Mountain View is one of 3 high schools that exist in the Evergreen School District. A high punt, not very long, but a bit of a roll for South Kitsap, and it will be downed at South's 37-yard line.
Probably not as far as a punt as they would have hoped, but nevertheless better than turning it over on the 6.
Well, it was kind of a tight situation back there in the end zone. It's tough to not get a little antsy when you're kicking out of your own end zone and you have a couple of yards to spare in the back, but he got it out to the 30, spotted at the 36. Excellent field position for the Thunder.
Hopefully the defense will be able to stop them again.
Again, a lot of activity in the backfield as quarterback is faking and running backs and tight ends are swinging by, but a handoff up the middle for a gain of about 3 yards. A lot of action in the backfield, but the Wolves weren't fooled. Swing left, and the Wolves are there to meet him.
Another run by Thunder number 1, Casey Bennett.
Actually lost about a yard on the play. It's going to be about 3rd and 8. I think you could say this would be a huge stop if the Wolves could put the stop on them here. Now this deep in the Wolves' territory, they probably won't punt. They'll probably take a couple of shots at it here. But if the Wolves can keep him out of the end zone after giving up such good field position, they're in pretty good shape to hold them through the end of the second quarter, but we'll see what happens.
Stop by number 5, Bruce Fernie.
And the Thunder manages to get a long gain and pull a first down out. Nice pass there by the Thunder's quarterback, Cody Scher. It's either Scher or Sir. Sir, I guess it is. First down for the Thunder. Fake up the middle, and then the quarterback tucks it and follows him up the middle. Cody Sir, pickup of about 5 yards. Hard fought yards, but 5 nonetheless. Another run up the middle, but South is there to meet him. Looks like number 66, Dan Tahaji. Nice stop on the play. 3rd down and 5.
And then he liked the defense would be able to keep them from scoring a touchdown.
Throwing it up for grabs, but just out of the reach of the receiver, Casey Bennett. I believe it was Casey Bennett who had that touchdown called back a bit earlier. This one was just overthrown.
Still, I bet all the fans were holding their breath through that one. I know I was.
The Thunder quarterback has a tendency to put the ball up for grabs just a little bit. Of course, he's throwing cross field, so it's quite a long throw. And it looks to be a timeout on the field with the Wolves up 14-3 with a little over 3 minutes left in the second quarter. So a bit more about SKTV. As we said before, this is a 24/7 cable channel that is made possible by a partnership between the South Kitsap School District and Wave Cable. This is a channel that was made available to the school district by Wave Cable as a public service. Much of the technical support for the channel comes from Wave Cable. And the South Kitsap Video Production program is basically in charge of providing the programming for that channel. Everything from sporting events, music events, other programming that we do within the high school. 4th down and 5. And the Thunder calls timeout. It looks like they were trying to draw the Wolves off sides, which they were almost successful in doing.
Saw one player almost jump forward.
Almost went a little too far. Another aspect of SKTV is if you'd like an opportunity to, I guess you could say, get a window on the high school every day during the school week. The morning announcements, we call it WTV, on our here in school. We call it WTV. Every morning those announcements go out live over SKTV. So if you tune to digital cable channel 205, I believe it's at 9:53 every morning for about 10 minutes. You'll see the live announcements that come from South Kitsap High School. You'll see some of the live guests talking about various school issues. We give South Kitsap sports scores, occasionally show some sports highlights, and in general, give you an idea of just what's going on within your local community high school.
So for students who miss school that day, you can tune in and get a head up on what you missed, and for adults that
what's going on,
concerned.
Great pass rush by number 66.
Threw it away.
Again, Dan Tahaji. You got to give that to Tahaji. He rushed the pass, got a hand on at least the arm of the quarterback. Ball falling incomplete. And the Wolves take over on downs.
Made the Thunder regret going for it on that one.
That was huge.
The only concern now is if the Wolves will have enough time to get all the way down the field and score before the end of the half.
3:08 left on the clock, so the Wolves are in a great position here. That's plenty of time to get down the field. The little clock management. And a strong run by Stephen Tucker. Pickup of about 7 on the play. In addition to seeing WTV live in your home each day, we also plan to do the occasional live sporting event that you'd be able to watch in the evenings. At this point, the only live program we plan to do is the 2005 homecoming football game and halftime festivities.
Manages to stay on his feet.
Swing out to David Parker. David almost got his head taken off, but did a little spin move and picked up a couple more yards and a first down for the Wolves. Great catch and run. David Parker.
Managed to claim the first down.
And that run goes nowhere. And the Wolves take a timeout with 2:08 left on the clock. Wolves are up 14-3, trying to pad that lead just a little bit more as they are about to go in for halftime. Well, what do you think about the defense this first half, Jackson? Everyone was anxious to see how they would hold up here against another opponent after kind of getting beat up a little bit last week against Mercer Island. But what do you think?
Well, everyone was definitely anxious, myself included, but so far they've managed to prove beyond all shadow of a doubt that they're able to hold the line as they kept the Thunder to 3, didn't give up a single touchdown. It looks like we'll go into second half at least with no touchdowns from the Thunder, hopefully.
Well, I think the defense is doing a great job. And again, it's difficult to measure a defense over just a couple of games. You don't really know exactly the caliber of the opponents, but they've looked really strong tonight against Mountain View.
Pitch back to number 23. Stopped on the 40-yard line. The run was made by number 23, Michael Polkrabek. Again, we apologize for any mispronunciation of that name.
Wolf looking at 3rd down and 7. The last thing they want to have to do is to turn the ball back to Mountain View. Certainly like to at least get another first down so they can run out the clock, if not score.
Pass complete.
And it looks like that picked up a first down for the Wolves.
Catch made by Jason Reed, number 6.
Clock is stopped while the chains are moved and continues to run again. 1:18 left in the first half. almost a wide toss, but the running back managed to pull it back in. Clock is running, 57 seconds. Looks like the Wolves may see if they can toss up a couple of long shots at the end zone. They are right at the 50-yard line. And yes, they're going to throw the ball, try to go deep, and that was kind of an amazing play there.
Very close to being intercepted.
It looked like it went through the hands of at least one and maybe two of the Thunder's defensive backs, and then into the hands of the South player. But our view was a little bit obstructed, but it looked like the South receiver dropped the ball.
27 seconds left on the clock.
Clock stopped for the incomplete pass. 3rd and 10. And the ball is underthrown. And again, the clock stops. And it'll be 4th down with 23 seconds left. So apparently the Wolves will punt the ball away just to get the ball a little further downfield. Nice sized crowd out here this evening to witness the first home game of the Wolves 2005 season. Nice to see local support for the boys. Nice kick, nice spiral
Very
punt.
nice.
And
Stopped on the 25-yard
not
line.
much of a return there. Good coverage on the punt.
18 seconds left in the half.
Looked like Chris Hogan might have been first on the tackle. $18 seconds remaining. We'll see if the Thunder takes a shot at the end zone or just calls it a half. Quick pass. And they pick up a first down. And the clock is stopped with 10 seconds remaining. I see the South Kitsap band has taken their position at the south end of the field.
Preparing for the halftime show as the clock runs out. Final play of the half.
And there's the
Sacked.
end of the first half as number 63, Landon Ludwig, pulls the quarterback down, and the teams make their way to the locker room for a little debriefing, and the Wolves lead 14-3.
Going into the second half.
It was a very exciting first half, I would have to say. There was some solid running game, I think, from both teams, but also some good passing action. Fun to watch. As the band makes its way to the field, just a little bit more about the band. Gary Gramps has done such a great job of putting this organization together. He's been here 2 or 3 years. I can't remember exactly how long he's been here, but I would have to say that at least from where I stand, it seems to me that the band has just been revitalized here. And the fact that they're out here on the very first home game of the season after school has only been in session for 3 days, and they're in full uniform and looking snappy is nothing short of impressive. This afternoon when we were here setting up the equipment for the production tonight, Mr. Grams was out here with his band running them through their drills, broken up into sections all over this football field in anticipation of this performance tonight. So we're going to give you the chance to watch the band perform halftime here. We're just going to kind of set a camera up and let you watch like you're sitting in the bleachers. And in the meantime, our video crew needs a little break here, a little stretch break, a little run to the restroom, grab a drink of water, and in about, I think the performance of the band will be 7 or 8 minutes, and then we'll probably stop the tape for a minute, and then we'll be back for the second half. So again, at the end of the first half, the score is South Kitsap Wolves 14 and the Mountain View Thunder 3. We'll see you after the band performance.
The drum major is James Brennan and junior drum major Hanako Lambert. We'd like to thank the band, the section leaders, parents, and the South Kitsap School District for their dedication and hard work in supporting the band. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's halftime show.
microphone. There we go. Welcome to the second half of the South Kitsap High School football game, taking on the Mountain View Thunder. We hope you enjoyed that halftime performance by the South Kitsap High School band. But you know, to fully enjoy and fully appreciate the performance of a marching band, you really need to come out to the ballpark and watch them perform. It's not quite the same on television. So second half, Wolves are up 14-3 over Mountain View.
As we prepare to kick off to the Thunder.
Mike Downham and Jackson Eaton here with you this evening. Beautiful evening for football.
Beautiful is right. The conditions are certainly not inhibiting the players any tonight.
And if I could indulge you nice people in the audience, that I could talk to the director. Clayton, turn off your intercom, please. Thank you. 14-3 is the score here as we're waiting for the kickoff. Coach Sigerson having a word with the official there.
In case you couldn't tell, this is my first time announcing a football game.
Jackson, I couldn't tell that. Could you tell it's the first time I've announced a football game, Jackson?
No, I couldn't.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, well, I've done a couple of basketball games here at South Kitsap, but football, I watch a little football on television, but the main thing is we just wanted to be able to bring this game to you at home. We'll try to give you the names of the key players, but we'll leave that heavier and deeper football theory to you at home to figure out.
Keep in mind, as the great Yogi Berra once said, you can observe a lot just by watching.
That's right. So we're here to keep you company and keep you up to date on the score.
Looks like the Wolves manager stops with Thunder deep in their own territory.
So a little rain was forecast for the day, but it's managed to skirt around the edges of Joe Knowles Stadium here at South Kitsap, and we have a beautiful evening for football. Of course, when you work in the video field and you have cameras and cables strung all over the place, any evening is a beautiful evening when it doesn't rain.
Flag down on the play.
Flag is thrown. And it looks like it might have been a holding penalty against the Thunder.
The last thing the Thunder needs is to get penalized deeper back to their own territory.
Should let you know that the regular announcer that we work with for South Kitsap High School football games had family issue that prevented him from being here with you this evening doing this game, but we look forward to having Darren Bowden with us the rest of the football season. He'll be joined in the booth by David Rodriguez. And the Thunder picks up a couple of more yards. So as far as announcing sporting events, Jackson, we often use students in the announcing booths during the course of the school year when we do various sporting events. And I can say as the video instructor that 100% of the students who try that find it's a lot more difficult than they ever realized.
Continues to be right from my perspective.
But it's great practice and it's a great learning experience, and I've had a number of students who have been students in the press box who have gone on to college and are looking into sports-related careers. Wolves continue to play tough defense here. It looks like the Thunder is looking at 3rd and 10. Deep in their own territory, about the 20. Again, South Kitsap up 14-3. Wolves' defense was very impressive in the first half. They bent, but they didn't break. Never gave up a touchdown. Sweep right. Got a big lineman out there leading the way. That was a very large lineman leading the way. I believe that was
First down, Thunder.
first down. So good pursuit by the Wolves, but offensive line doing a good job for the Thunder on a sweep there.
Great play by the Thunder's offense, but still plenty of room to go. It's on the 30-yard line.
Another first down for the Thunder. Nothing flashy from the Thunder here at the start of this second half. Just hard-nosed football. Just great fakes by the Thunder on that particular play. And they have a touchdown. Got to hand it to the Thunder on that play. Even as I was standing here watching that play unfold, excellent fakes. I found myself following 2 or 3 people before I finally spotted the runner cutting to the outside and down the sideline. And obviously the Wolves were equally having a difficult time.
Another play made by Thunder number 1, Casey Bennett.
With their pursuit. And it's good. With 9:17 left in the third quarter, Wolves still up 14-9. But the Thunder comes back quickly in the second half here and rolls down the field for a score.
Oh, correction on that, 14-10.
14-10, excuse me. Tough break for the Wolves on that, but that was an excellent play, well-designed, well-executed play that the Thunder scored on. Now, the Wolves have shown the ability to stop the Thunder, although that last drive causes a bit of concern, but the Wolves have also shown that they can move the ball, and scoring 14 points in this first half. So I guess in this case the best defense at this point might be a good offense. So we'll see what happens. And a reverse on the kickoff. Nice effort, but it doesn't get too much yardage there from David Parker.
Managed to keep it alive.
Was on the receiving team that handled the handoff. And the Wolves take over on their own 17-yard line. As the sun drops over South Kitsap, the temperature is dropping. You see a lot of people in the bleachers putting on what look to be some winter coats here. I think fall is definitely in the air. Pickup of a couple. Oh, met in the backfield. You could hear that pop up here. And that one lost a couple of yards back to the 23-yard line, I believe it is. That play went nowhere.
Third down, 9 to go.
I had a chance to talk to some of the other staff members up here in the booth, and what I'm hearing, I wasn't aware of this, it sounds like Mountain View High School, this team that South is playing tonight, is one of the more highly regarded teams in the state for 4A football.
Ooh, pass complete to number 3, Monty Enyart.
And a first down out to their own 35-yard line. So we were talking earlier, don't really know exactly what the quality of the offense from Mercer Island might be, or what the quality of the offense or defense from Mountain View might be, but if they're rated as one of the top teams in the state in 4A, this is indeed a high-profile game here this evening. So it certainly makes the showing by the Wolves all that much more impressive. Gain of about 5 on the play. Seems like there has been very few penalties this evening, Jackson.
That's true.
And speaking of penalties, it looks like we just had one.
Making it second down with 15 yards to go. Long pass by Kyle Pease. Complete.
Great second effort on the run by
number 7, Chris Hogan.
Hogan, a 5'8" senior for the Wolves. First down and 10. Big play there after the Wolves were set back on a penalty. Keep this drive alive. Strong run up the middle. Stephen Tucker for a few. About a 5-yard gain. Just over 7 minutes left in the third quarter. Wolves up 14-10.
As they move to the midfield, second down, 4 to go.
And we've got a touchdown, and looks like there are no flags on the play.
Great play made by Monty.
That was about a 50-yard touchdown play. That was rather amazing. It looked like there might have been a little bit of a mix-up in the backfield for the South Kitsap Wolves. I could be wrong on that. But a nice toss downfield and a touchdown.
Great play by both quarterback Kyle Pease and receiver Monty Enyart.
That may be a demoralizing blow to the Thunder, and the kick is up and it's good. South Kitsap Wolves up 21-10. So the Thunder had the momentum going their way here at the start of the second half when they scored in about the first 3 minutes. But the Wolves get their own strike of lightning here and are ahead by 11. Just a great play.
As the cheerleaders run through the celebration once more.
Cheerleaders. We've talked about the band, we've talked about the football team, talked about the athletic trainers, the cheerleaders. They do a great job here at South. So many of the activities, organizations, so well managed. And the students are of such high caliber. Just a lot of fun to come out to the football stadium and watch all of the activities, not only on the field, but the other organizations. The NJROTC is providing the cannon that you hear in the background every time the Wolves scores. That just about drops me to the knees every time I hear it. It's so loud here in the stadium. And it looks like there might be an offsides on the kick.
It is worthy to note that another good thing for the cheerleading squad is they have managed to get to the level that they're at now with only 2 veterans returning from last year.
And I saw Roscoe walking up and down the sidelines here a while ago, but I don't see where Roscoe has gone. Longtime mascot for the South Kitsap Wolves. A few years ago, I met the lady here in the community who was responsible for sewing the first Roscoe costume. I believe her daughter was either a cheerleader or had been selected to be the mascot, and so dear old mom got out the needle and thread, and they put together a costume, and Roscoe was born. Since that time, I think each and every year a student is selected to be the mascot. .6:26 left in the third quarter. Things looking pretty bright for the Wolves at this particular moment.
First and 10 for the Thunder.
Going back to SKTV just for a second, Jackson, Wave Cable, digital cable channel 205. If you run across that channel and you are interested in the programming related to the South Kitsap School District that you'll find on that channel 24 hours a day, if you'd like to know when specific programming is running, all you have to do is go to the South Kitsap School District website, and I believe that website is skitsap.wednet.edu, I believe is the website, or just do a Google search for South Kitsap School District and you'll find it. But on the homepage for the South Kitsap School District, you'll find a link to the program schedule for SKTV, a daily schedule, daily breakdown. You can find when we'll be playing back our sporting events that we tape, school assemblies, and other items.
That website again is skitsap.wednet.edu.
Thank you, Jackson. In the case of this particular football game that you might be watching at home this evening, if you don't have time to watch the whole game now, or you just tuned in and you missed the first part of the game, we will, anytime that we tape a sporting event, we will replay it multiple times on SKTV. You'll probably have 8 or 10 opportunities to watch the whole game, but you need to go to the school district website and take a look at our program guide to find out exactly what the dates and times would be.
Long pass.
Long downfield pass and through the arms of the receiver. From our vantage point, it was a little difficult to tell if it went through his arms or if it was slightly off track. Distance looked about right, but nonetheless, the Wolves avoid a long gain. Also, when you look at the program guide for SKTV, it's not only sporting events, but you can also see when we might be playing back school talent shows, concerts, and other activities. So check out the school district website and see what's coming on SKTV. Lots of handoff action in the middle, but it goes nowhere and a very hard hit.
Flag down on the play, it looks like.
But a flag was thrown. Looks to me like it must have been a hold on the offense.
Once again, the Thunder shows their skill at faking.
Great
dodging.
movement in the backfield for the Thunder. That has been responsible for a number of long gains for the Thunder this evening. But again, the Wolves have bent, but by and large they haven't broken when it comes to keeping up with all of the faking in the backfield.
Which is good, because again, I followed the wrong player 3 times, I think.
Here we have a vantage point of being 3 stories in the air looking down, and it can be difficult to figure out where the ball is going. Fourth down, they'll kick the ball away. Low punt. Caught on the fly by Corey Dane.
Looks like a flag down on the play.
One would think that flag at that point, it might have been a clip or an illegal block on the Wolves, but we'll see what they say. Wolves sideline, a busy place. Organized chaos down there as they get their offense, defense, special teams organized before they go out on the field. These coaches work so hard. I have only been in the teaching business and been at the high school for about 9 years, and I don't think I fully appreciated how much time and the commitment that it takes to be a coach. The hours, the logistics.
Especially the logistics. Like Yogi Berra once said, 90% of the game is mental and the other half is physical.
That's very true. I found that to be true.
Very true.
So there was a penalty on the punt return, and the ball was taken back to the Wolves' 20-yard line. And now they have it 2nd and 5 at their own 25. 4:39 left in the third quarter. Nice cut. Great body control there by Chad Fowler. Got outside, put a couple of moves on, and picked up an extra 5 yards and a first down for the Wolves.
Just over 4 minutes on the clock.
Oh! That hurt all the way up here.
Yeah.
Drilled in the back. That was David Parker was kind of a sitting duck there on one knee as he pulled that ball in, and the defensive back came up and gave him a pretty good pop right in the back.
Looks like he's okay.
He'll be coming off the field and maybe making sure he's all in one piece. He looks like he's okay. His coach, not sure who the coach is there visiting with him.
One of the drawbacks of being so high and above.
like the Wolves may have picked up another first down. Throw out in the flats to Chris Hogan. And it moves the chains again. So with a little over 3 minutes left in the third quarter, the Wolves putting together a drive here that is eating up the clock, which is a good thing when you have an 11-point lead.
Definitely a good thing.
Chad Fowler with a sprint off the left side of the line and picks up a few yards. A good-sized crowd here tonight. It's continued to grow through the evening. It looks like the stands are about 3/4 full.
Not quite as full as last year, but it may be because this game is played on Saturday.
And I'm not quite certain why the Wolves are playing on Saturday this year for this particular game. I don't know if it has anything to do with the fact that the Wolves played last Monday at Quest Field, or if there were other scheduling complications that the game is on a Saturday night. But I believe throughout the rest of the football season, I ought to check that before I say that. I would say in most cases, the games through the rest of the... Actually, as I look at the schedule, all but one game is on a Friday night. Oh, hard hit out of bounds. The sole exception is a Thursday night game at Silverdale Stadium against Central Kitsap on October 20th. So next week, September 16th, and I know it can get a little confusing when we're replaying these tapes on tape, or replaying these games on tape, but the next game the Wolves will have next Friday night against Port Angeles, at Port Angeles, and then the Wolves will be back home here on the 23rd against Shelton. And the homecoming game this year will be against Olympic. It'll be on October 7th here at Joe Knowles Field. And we want to encourage you to come out, especially on homecoming, to support the Wolves.
Looks like that's first down.
First down for the Wolves, and they're moving down the field. They got the ball at the Thunder's 30-yard line. It's been a really good drive, coming at a really critical time of the game for the Wolves. Nothing flashy, just grind him out football, and it's grinding out the clock. And maybe making a statement to the Thunder here that the Wolves are in charge.
Clock just below a minute. Second down, 8 yards to go.
And a flag on the play. If you haven't been out to a event at Joe Knowles Field in recent times, I believe it was just last football season that a brand new ticket office and restroom facility was opened at the north end of the field. Made coming to the football games here, track meets, other activities, much more comfortable, to not have to fight your way into the school or find a porta-can somewhere here. It's actually a modern restroom facility and concession stand. My understanding is that it was made possible through a lot of donations by community organizations, community groups. I don't have the exact numbers in front of me here, but it's been a great addition to the football facility here at South Kitsap. And I call it the football facility It's also soccer, track, and I think that those are the primary activities that take place here at Joe Knowles Field. But we encourage you to come out to the games when you get a chance and watch these Wolves in action, whatever the sport might be, and support your local students and schools. Second and a long 18 for the Wolves. Little screen pass, but not much there.
And that marks the end of the third quarter. The Wolves still lead 21-10 against the Thunder.
Looks like an excited Wolves team on the sideline. I think they can. I think they're starting to smell a victory here. They've got a full quarter to go, but as I look across the way at the Thunder, they seem a little discouraged at this particular point. In that third quarter, the Thunder struck quickly. Momentum seemed to be shifting their way, but the Wolves came back equally fast, and all of a sudden the Wolves have been in the driver's seat really ever since.
Once again, we see the band and the cheerleaders performing, showing beyond the shadow of a doubt that all the practice was well spent.
Fourth quarter ready to get underway. We start with the Wolves with a third and looks like about 15 yards here. The ball is knocked out of the hands of the quarterback, and try to see if they would rule that a fumble recovery or an incomplete pass. It looks like they called that an incomplete pass. So the Wolves will have a chance to punt.
Fourth down and 15 yards to go.
And the ball is on the 34-yard line, so it'll have to be a little pooch punch, or it's going pooch punt. There you go. Jackson, you're laughing with me, not at me, right?
Of course.
A little pooch punt to avoid carrying into the end zone. And it's up, and he's punched it pretty good. Ball picked up on the fly at about the 10. Trick is going to be to stop him from returning it. And fumbles out of bounds. Golden opportunity there as that ball went flying. Someone grabbed the carrier's arm, but unfortunately the ball rolls out of bounds.
So the Thunder gets possession of the ball on what looks to be their own 36-yard line.
You'd have to say conditioning kicks in about now. This has been a hard-fought game. Grind them out offenses here, a lot of runs up the middle. Oh, he throws it up for grabs, and he brings it down. Throws a rainbow of a pass, but drops it into the receiver.
Big gain there made by the Thunder.
And the Thunder is on the move. Wolves still kind of back on their heels after that long pass completion. And it looks like the Thunder is now on about the 7-yard line of the Wolves, and they are threatening big time here. Pickup of a couple, it looks like. Second down and goal at about the 3-yard line of the Wolves, it looks like.
Defense definitely has their backs up against the wall.
A goal line stand underway here. And the Thunder punched it in.
Bringing the score up to 21 and Thunder 16.
Now one would assume that the Thunder would probably go for two here, which would mean a field goal could tie the game. So we'll see what they're going to do. That long pass that put the Thunder in such good field position, we've seen them do that a number of times. It's a cross-field pass that the Thunder quarterback tosses up like a rainbow, and they have obviously practiced the execution on this enough times that they've got the timing down that the receiver has been able to maneuver his way underneath it. Timeout on the field as they're pondering their next move. I think you'd have to say it's a rejuvenated sideline over there for the Thunder. And I also think it's safe to say that there's not a person who has left the stadium here. This one may come down to the wire.
Certainly shaping up to look that way. Like a performance of South Kitsap Band's drumline.
An enthusiastic band, yeah, adds so much to a school activity. Football games, basketball games. It's always fun to watch college football and watch the various bands from around the country who seem to pride themselves on a variety of shenanigans, you might say. And the pass is complete. They were successful in going for two.
Making the score Wolves 21, Thunder 18.
18. Separated by a field goal. Things have just tightened tremendously. 10-17 left in the fourth quarter here at Joe Knowles Field.
Definitely any overconfidence that was harbored by the team in the earlier minutes is definitely gone now.
And now the momentum seems to be shifting a little bit here. As I said before, that Thunder sideline is clearly rejuvenated over there. We've seen so many exciting games here at Joe Knowles Field. The video production program here at South has been covering the Wolves football team for about the last 7 years, and most of the time when we cover the Wolves, it's an exciting game to watch, and certainly this is no exception. And a gang tackle ensues. And it looks to be Ryan Cosgrove, the ball carrier. And the Wolves will take control, 1st and 10. At their own 35-yard line. DJ Sigurdsson pacing the sideline with his assistant coaches. Good play fake. Chris Hogan with the catch and a good pickup. And it looks like we're looking at 2nd and about 2. .940 left on the clock. Continues to run. And a flag on the play. Probably a hold.
A lot of lateral movement on that one, not a lot of forward.
Coach Sigurdsson not happy with what he saw in that play. And it is against the Wolves, so they'll back it up. And they're looking at 2nd and about 8, so they'll get the down over, but they march it back 5 yards. Catch and run there by Monty Inyard. Did I say that right, Jackson?
Yes, you did.
And it's 3rd and 4. 8:53 left on the clock. The Wolves would certainly like to maintain ball control and hang on to it here. Can they do it? And a quick pass. And I think they have done it. And it's out to Monty Inyard again. And we're thinking that's a 1st down, and yes it is. Every 1st down is critical at this time of the game, but that one felt particularly critical. The ball is still at the Wolves' 45-yard line, so they've got a little more to get into the Thunder territory, but the time continues to tick off the clock. The Wolves are just 3 points ahead of the Mountain View Thunder.
Hopefully they'll be able to nail this touchdown and widen the gap.
Nice job on the, if I could take a minute to compliment the video production crew, nice job on the camera work there. We have a group of about, I'd say 10 students from the South Kitsap High School video program who are making this program possible. Long pass downfield and through the hands of a Thunder defender.
Thunder player number 3, David Williamson, nearly makes the interception.
And we've got another critical 3rd down play, 3rd and about 8. Clock has stopped with 7:40 on, remaining in the 4th quarter, remaining in the game. And he's, oh. That was a bone-jarring hit.
The quarterback, Kyle Pease.
Impressive that he is up and walking around so quickly, but boy, he took a hard hit across the middle of the chest there and came up about 6 yards short of a first down. So we're looking at a punt situation. He was trying to unload the ball downfield, but apparently his receivers were covered. There was no place to get rid of it. Tried to make the first and got drilled. High punt, and this could land on someone. And about a 15-yard punt there, I believe. So not quite the kind of field position that the Wolves were hoping to find the Thunder in, but here we go. 7:22 left in the fourth quarter. Ball's on the Thunder's 35-yard line.
$7:22 left on the clock. Long pass out of bounds.
Ball incomplete. High school athletics, you gotta love it, ladies and gentlemen. Just a great game this evening, very enjoyable. Very enjoyable game to watch. Well played.
One thing to remember if you are planning on attending the games in person, be sure to bring warm clothes because the temperature definitely drops.
The temperature has been dropping this evening. Lots of winter coats down on the sideline. Maybe not quite that cold, but definitely a bite in the air. So third and about 6 yards here to go. The Wolves would love to hold them here. Just under 7 minutes in the fourth quarter. Oh, it's going to be close. Going to be close. That running back had his eye on the sideline marker for the first down. But it looks like he was short. Ooh, tough call here. It looks like we will have a, it looks like the Thunder will go for it. It looks like there's maybe less than a foot to go for a first down. If the Thunder does not make it, the Wolves will take over on downs. Little confusion on the field, and here we go. It would appear that they made it. Looked like there was almost some jumping on the line there before the ball was snapped, but the officials apparently did not see anything, so we have a first down.
First down for the Thunder on what looks to be their own 47-yard line.
Pickup of about 6 yards. Clock continues to run. 5:20 remains in the game. Wolves up by 3.
We're at the point in the game where every yard counts. Quite a bit.
Every yard, every penalty, every touch is critical. a pile-up of players around the left end, but it doesn't look like Mountain View picked up much. And we've got a 3rd and 3 situation. And they're going to throw the ball. And a receiver is open in the flat, but they overthrow him. A flag on the play. We may be looking at a holding penalty on the Thunder. If so, I'm kind of doubting that the Wolves will take it. Conferring with the Wolves captain here. I would assume they would decline the penalty and look at a 4th and about 3, but they are taking the penalty. Oh, it's a 15-yard penalty.
Ooh.
Well, that's a different kettle of tea there.
Yeah, big blow.
Sure, we'll give them another shot at a 3rd down from back there.
Hopefully the defense keeps up the pressure. Fourth and 20 for the Thunder.
4th and 20 at obvious passing play. Let's see what happens. And they're throwing very deep, and
oh,
it is a completion, and oh, that hurt.
Long pass.
That is number 3, David Williamson for the Thunder. They hit him right on stride as he sprinted down the field. That was a huge play for the Thunder. There was no rainbow about that pass. That was right on line. No chance to knock that down. It looks like there's going to be a timeout on the field. So the Thunder has the ball on the Wolves. Looks to be about the 4-yard line. South Kitsap trainers on the field. Looks like they're checking a referee out here. And he's drinking water or some sort of fluid. Maybe having some leg cramps. You know what they say, officials are people too. There's Roscoe. Coming back for the big finish here of the game. Looks to me like Roscoe's got some new pants. These are some pretty sweet drawers. Saying hi to a few of his fans. I'm assuming Roscoe's a he. I could be wrong. He or she. Roscoe could be a girl, couldn't it? I guess officially Roscoe's just an it.
A well-respected it.
That's right. So the Thunder takes one swing at the end zone and comes up a little short. It's 2nd, and it looks to be about 1 yard, maybe 2 yards out of the end zone. Now you've got to think if the Thunder does punch it in here, the Wolves still have plenty of time. And it looks like they just got it in. So the Wolves are going to have just over 3 minutes to mount a drive of their own and see if they can get back on top. Wolves offense has been strong this evening. They were strong last week. This is going to be gut check time here for the South Kitsap Wolves. And the kick is good.
Making the score Wolves 21 and Thunder 25. Three minutes left on the clock.
So let's check that score out again. What should the score be here, Jackson? You said 25. They had 24 on the scoreboard, and now they lowered it to 23.
A little bit of confusion out there.
Now,
apparently.
let me think here. What was the score a second ago? They were 3 points down. It was 21-18.
Yeah. I think they could score 5 on the touchdown.
So they got 5 points on the touchdown according to the scoreboard down there. That can't be right.
Interesting. Technical difference.
There we go. 21-24. So if they had 18, it should be 25.
Hopefully the scoreboard can get themselves together.
There it is. Okay, Jackson, you called it. It's 21-25. A little confusion up here in the press box, I think. But they got it correct now. The Wolves are down by 4 with just a little over 3 minutes remaining in the game. This is big for the Wolves. There's a big difference for the team morale, and as you look ahead to the future, there's a big difference between being 1-1 and 0-2. But they've got about 80-90 yards of landscape here they're going to have to cover if they're going to pull this one out. Good hole up the middle. All right, 60 yards away. And there's a flag on the field here. It looked well after the ball was down. Ball is spotted at the Wolves' 40-yard line. Ooh, personal foul, I believe it is, against the Wolves. If that's the case, that is 50 important yards that is being marched off against the Wolves. It goes all the way back to their own 25. Ouch.
Not necessarily a crushing blow by any means, but certainly not a good thing.
So an unnecessary roughness call.
Yeah.
Emotions running high here. Pickup of a couple, but they need more than a couple at this point. It'll be 2nd and about 8 as the clock continues to run. 2:45 remaining.
Oh, interception. Oh my goodness.
And sort of a broken play there. And the quarterback, Kyle Pease, got caught in traffic. I think he was trying to unload it. But unfortunately, the ball flipped up in the air, and the Thunder was able to grab it and return it for a touchdown. And that, of course, is the last thing that the Wolves wanted to see at this point in the game. And the kick is blocked.
Still down by 10 points.
So the task just became significantly more challenging here. 2:25 left in the 4th quarter, and the Wolves down by 10. That's so disappointing for these guys. They've played so hard.
As the band begins to play, final countdown.
But that is the bounce of the ball.
see the Thunder celebrating.
Devastating play there as the Thunder scores a quick 6. But is it Yogi Berra that said it ain't over till it's over? Let's see what happens here. 2:25 remaining. And he's brought down hard. Is number 24, Chad Fowler, on the return.
Wolves will start from their own 25-yard line.
And offsides. Not sure who jumped first, but it was ugly. And I think it was the offense that jumped first there. And 1st and 15. Another flag on the play. I'm thinking that's a face mask call.
Difficult to say, but it looks like it.
.214 remaining on the clock. Wolves down by 10. A sudden 10, I might add.
However, they did get the first down.
A little too low for the receiver. Marty Enyart with the catch. We've heard a lot from him tonight. I think we don't have the statistics up here for passes caught, yards gained, but we've seen his number come up a lot.
Definitely successful tonight.
Oh, that pass was threaded in there and incomplete to David Parker. Maybe just a little thrown behind him just a little bit, but it was definitely threaded in there.
Third down. 5 yards to go. No, fourth down.
Fourth and 5. Wolves are going to go for it. They don't have any choice at this time. Swing pass.
Ooh, driven back.
And I think that's going to just about do it for the Wolves. They can probably stop the clock a few times, but with only 1:29 left on the clock and down by 10 points, it's not looking good. Well, what a wild game this has been, Jackson. It was pretty much under control through about 3 quarters, 3.5 quarters really, and then it just kind of got away here.
Similar to the Mercer Island game on Monday.
But you got to hand it to these Wolves. They're hanging in there. They're close. They're so close. But that's what it's all about, this game of football and other athletics, certainly in the high school level, of dealing with adversity. And these Wolves are going to have some adversity here that they're going to have to overcome for the remainder of, or going into their next game, and as they start Narrows League competition. Again, my understanding is that this Mountain View team is one of the most highly regarded 4A teams in the state. So the fact that they have hung in there as tough as they have, it is a good indicator that maybe things will start looking up for the Wolves in the weeks ahead. A timeout on the field here, 1:21 remaining. Second down and about 9 yards to go. I don't know if they'll just be taking a knee or they'll try to run a play here. They'll just be conservative and hang on to the ball and run the clock down. As we are wrapping up this game, again, I want to thank the students of the South Kitsap Video Production program. I'm their instructor, Mike Downham, and with me in the booth this evening has been Jackson Eden. As far as our crew scattered around the field this evening, we've got, let me see if I can just give them a little credit while we're hanging out here as the game winds down. Clayton Pate has been the director for the evening down there, directing our camera operators to get you those great shots. We've got, who else do we have? We have Amanda Kraftcheck on graphics, excuse me. And let me think here. I should have all these people out in front of me here. Where is my crew list? I know they're out there. Up on the roof we have, let me think, we have, I started this, didn't I? Liz Sheldon, and we have Aaron DeHoff, and we have Steve Lambian. And down on the field we have Tony Sadler. And running audio, we have Cameron, and man, I'm drawing a blank on Cameron's last name. I wish the director would tell me what his name is. Anyway, I'll get back to you on that. Running play goes nowhere. Cameron Hudson, thank you very much, Clayton. Cameron Hudson is handling the audio duties. 55 seconds left on the clock here, winding down. So the Wolves are going to go to 0-2 on the season. They will next take the field next Friday night against Port Angeles in Port Angeles. And then they'll be back here at home on the 23rd against Shelton. Homecoming game this year is on October 7th against Olympic. And they'll be wrapping up the season, and I'm skipping a couple of games here, but they'll be wrapping up the season on October 28th at Bremerton. It's always fun to play our cross-sound rival here, or cross, I don't know if it's a sound exactly, cross-pond rival Bremerton.
Hopefully the Wolves will be able to overcome this loss and turn this into a winning season. Since, as I mentioned,
well, it is a long season. It is a long season, and I think it is safe to say that they've played a couple of formidable foes or formidable opponents these first couple of games. And as they start to play teams within the Narrows League a little closer to home, it'll be interesting to see how it all shakes out. Certainly, these first 2 weeks they've lost a couple of heartbreakers. And that may wrap up the game here as the Thunder drives down for another first down. I think they'll probably take a knee on this play and call it a game. And that's going to wrap it up.
That's it for tonight. Final score, Wolves 21, Thunder 31. Got me again.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. What a roller coaster ride of emotions through the evening here as the Wolves maintained the lead for much of the game, but things sort of came crumbling down about midway through the fourth quarter. A couple of long passes, an unfortunate interception that was returned for a touchdown, and boom, it's all over. So it's a game of inches. It's a game of small things that turn into huge differences. So that's pretty much going to wrap it up here from Joe Knoll Stadium. It's been nice having you up here in the booth, Jackson. You've done a nice job for your first announcing experience here. We'll hope to see you more during the school year as we do basketball, wrestling, and other activities here at the high school. Also, we want to remind you that anytime you want to see what's going on in the South Kitsap School District, tune to SKTV as the credits roll. And again, we want to thank you for joining us here on this football broadcast. And the final score again was South Kitsap High School 21 and the Mountain View Thunder 31. Good night, everybody.